Thanks, Sid, for having me here today to talk to you guys about some of these weeds and some of the experience that I've had working with them. So the first one that we're going to start off with is one that's real close to my heart is African rue, and this is a weed that is very troublesome here in Otero County as well as Luna County, and so we're the nursery for Doñana County as well. We get a lot of that coming across those county lines and that sort of thing, and so I've been doing a lot of work in Luna County with our weed management group on some of our techniques there, and we've also had some test plots put out there around our airport where we've been testing some different herbicides and working with that. So out of our findings there, we found that a mixture of imazapyr as well as a glyphosate with a sticking agent or a surfactant has been our best defense against African rue. And some of the things that I want to touch on about that is, as Sid alluded to, is herbicide treatment for most of these troublesome and invasive weeds is going to be our best bet. Some of the things that we have to be careful with African rue is you don't want to go out and disturb it. There are certain times of the year that you should go in and do your application. I always look at starting out at April 1st. Usually by that time we have green up coming to those weeds, and we have from April 1st to usually around the 1st of June that we can make an application, and then we need to hold off until we get closer to the fall of the year where that stuff starts greening back up. And anybody that's ever worked with this weed knows that it does have a brown out period, or I call it the orange out period, where it basically kind of goes dormant during the summertime when it gets real hot. And that's a way that it preserves itself to live through the summer, and that's why it's so prolific and just continues to grow by leaps and bounds, or spread by leaps and bounds, if you will. And then we have, like I said, when it greens back up in the fall of the year, we have until frost to get that application of herbicide to it. The other thing that we need to remember about this guy is we can spread it around by car tires, farms, ranches, wind, water, mowing, some of our county right-of-ways and state right-of-ways. It gets spread that way through mowing. So if we have big patches of this stuff, we should sure be looking at maybe marking that area off and making sure that we're not spreading it around as we're out working in those areas. And I always get the question, well, what can I mow this stuff? Can I use a disc on it? Can I pull it and drag it out? And the question that I have to answer a lot of times, or the answer that I have to give to that question is, no, you cannot do that, because when you do that, you're just propagating it and making it stronger and building that seed base even larger and the plant base even larger. So with that being said, spring and fall is our best time to work with getting the application of herbicide to that, of course using imazapyr as well as glyphosate. If you guys do not know what African rue is, as Sid alluded to, we need to make sure that we have it identified correctly and what stage it might be in, and go from there. So that's African rue in a nutshell. I could spend all day. I've worked with this weed for about 8 years now, and we've really been able to do some great plots and work with this stuff and make some real headway with cleaning up a lot of our areas. And so there is some different ways that you can work with this as well. So turn it back over to Sid and let him visit with you.